What is the most complicated, advanced game you have ever played? The game with the biggest learning curve when it comes to strategy. Is it chess? Well, the rules are simple, so it can't be. That one Japanese game I don't remember the name of? I don't know, but I never played it. Could be. Maybe even a Paradox Grand strategy game? No, too sweaty and gross, so that's disqualified. The real answer is one you may not have expected. A game so complex that it baffles the old mind along with the young. A game so rigorous in its training, so intense on the brain that, so I've heard, it can cause a range of symptoms, including but not limited to anxiety, panic attacks, severe depression, irritability, muscle tension, headaches and fatigue, and even indigestion. That game is Bloons Tower Defense 5. Is there a newer game? Yes, and even I dare not touch it, for I have yet to master the former's secrets. This video focuses on the trials and tribulations a grand strategist may face while playing, but also documenting my possible mental and physical decline so a proper obituary may be written in the case of my death. To the untrained eye, Bloons Tower Defense 5, or BTD5, is a tower defense game where you help monkeys fend off invading balloons. But in reality, this game may just be an FBI plant to weed out the weak from the strong to find future recruits and harvest their brain power. I cannot even boast, for in the past I have been handily defeated by this game and have not played it for years, but I am not a quitter. Also, this is obviously a script and not the raw audio because I was strategically silent for much of the original gameplay, as most of my processing power had to be directed towards intense on-screen calculations. So I opened the game on a random website full of ads. Tragically, I wasn't able to run the game off of Ninja Kiwi anymore. Because the game was released in 2011, and it is $10 on Steam, I had no choice. Because I am no coward, I set the game to hard difficulty and choose one of the most notoriously difficult and challenging maps in the entire game. Instantly, my rust shakes off, and I recall the meta that 14-year-old me invented like Iron Man in that cave when the terrorist kidnaps him. The groundbreaking strategy, which no one has ever before attempted, goes something like this. Place each of the towers in the order they appear on the right as you unlock them alongside the path from the beginning. Of course, this begins with the humble dart monkey, who is not to be underestimated. This opening is professionally known as the Monkey's Gambit. And of course, as the balloons come, they stand no chance. From the gathered XP, we unlock the tack shooter, which goes right next to the dart monkey as according to plan. We place the shooter right next to the dart monkey in this little curve, maximizing its offensive damage. There will be upgrades we unlock, as you can see, many of which are not too important, but I will go over them as I deem necessary. A few rounds pass, and then suddenly our worst nightmare happens, or so a noob might think. Because of sheer terrible luck, our supposedly impregnable defense is impregnated by a few stragglers. This is actually according to plan, because the second part of the grand strategy is to do the exact same thing, line up the towers in order, but also from the end of the path going backwards. Simple as that, the balloons are dealt with. We unlock the sniper monkey, who is able to slowly pick off balloons irrespective of distance, so we make our singular exception and place him far out of the way. We also unlock the boomerang thrower, a top-tier tower who is criminally underrated and has assisted me through some dark battles. After saving up some cash, we place him next to the tack shooter to gain some additional poppage. A quick aside, you may hear some veterans claim that you can't exactly beat the game because it goes on infinitely, but I have discovered this is unequivocally false. This is the only strategy that allows you to beat the game entirely. We unlock road spikes. Doesn't matter because you only use them in cases of emergency, which a sound strategy like this would not allow. That's right, flawless. For you viewers, I expect you to follow along to the pixel. We unlock the ninja monkey, and they go right on down the line. We then unlock the bomb tower, one of the best in the game. Now wait, it may seem like something just happened, but there is an occasional bug that always happens when I play BTD5, where the health bar goes down slightly for some reason. Do not concern yourself, nothing is wrong. Follow the strategy, but unrelated, I think it's time to upgrade. Glue Gunner, mid, but we use him anyway. Tragically, another glitch occurs. Typically when following this strategy, you won't experience this error, but I decide it's necessary to deploy some emergency road spikes. It's evident by this point that my body begins to waver under the intense stress of the game. It's clear that I'm just not quite what I used to be, yet I soldier on. After a little bit more fighting, my legs give out from under me. Yes, I am jogging in place to stimulate blood flow throughout my body. My knees crash against the floor and my head smashes into the desk corner. At no fault of the perfect strategy, I fail as I am twitching on the ground. Perhaps the strategy takes too much willpower.